Hi, welcome back to Positive Parenting. I'm really excited this week to talk about a super fun activity you can do with your kids to increase those positive moments and decrease those negative behaviors that we have to deal with. So, one thing I want to talk to you about being a positive parent or having positive parenting techniques is to be proactive. What I mean is, as parents, to decrease those negative behaviors we don't like and to increase those positive ones, sometimes we have to plan ahead for things to help our kids with those behaviors. Okay, that sounds really complicated, but trust me, it's much easier than you think. We're going to do an activity together to show how we can be proactive for our kiddos. A common time that kids will increase behaviors we don't want to deal with is when they are bored. Right now, we are in the midst of summer, and summer is great. But after a couple of weeks, video games, the pool, Netflix, they get old, and our kids get bored. And when they get bored, they find ways to fill their time, which may or may not be with the right things. At a minimum, they'll start whining and complaining, I'm bored, and or bugging those around them to get attention or have something to do. Rather than deal with the behavior when it's occurring and escalating because they're acting out of boredom, let's be proactive and come up with something to bust the boredom down. A boredom jar. Okay, it doesn't have to be a jar. It can literally be any container. The concept is we proactively think of things our kids can do to be engaged. Things that when they're in their own mind, they might forget, like coloring, write a skit to perform after dinner, sweep the front yard, go outside and ride your skateboard. I mean, honestly, it can be anything. But we put those things on. For this one, it's popsicle sticks to pull out. This one just is paper, anything you have around the house, any container you have. You can decorate it. You can make it your own. You put the activities that are age appropriate for your kids. And then when your kid is bored and they come to you, Mom, I'm so bored, instead of saying, go find something to do, right? And then they find something and we don't like it, or they don't, and they just keep nagging. Instead of having to deal with that, we say, okay, let's go to the boredom jar. I encourage to pick 3. And then from the 3, they have choices. Kids love choices. Choices make life better as a parent. When we give them some control, they are less likely to act out for us. So give them 3 picks and then say, okay, which one of these things would you like to do? If they don't want to do anything, you can choose if they get a redraw or say, then you need to go find something to keep yourself entertained and then check to make sure that thing was a good choice. But there you have it. Being proactive to create positivity. See, it's not that hard. We'll talk more about what we can do proactively as parents so that way we have that positivity that we all want. Here's to you, and here's to next week with Positive Parenting.